I had a co-pilot, not a co-pilot, but a navigator that was taken out of my crew, and I hated that because this guy was really a good navigator, a wonderful guy. We got along well, and I knew he knew how to navigate because he did it a number of times when we really needed good navigation. And he was put with a pilot in another squadron, and he came back to me while this thing was going on over Palermo, and he said, Russ, I don't know what to do. He said, this pilot I got now, he said, when we fly to Sicily, I give him a heading, and he's flying all over the sky. He's not following my heading. And he says, I have a heck of a time keeping track of even where we are because he's not flying the heading I give him. And then we get to the target, and he sees all this commotion going on, and he flies out somewhere and drops these bombs in the ocean and comes back, and then he tells the whole crew exactly what to say when we're briefed. And he says he's done that twice now. He says, I don't know what to do about it. He says, and then when he's flying back, he's wandering all over the place, and we have to find our base at night, and the base isn't lit up. They can't light it up. We have to find it in the dark. And he said, I don't know what to do about it. And I said, well, I don't know. If I were you, I'd go to your squadron commander and tell him what's happening. Because, he's not only putting you at risk, he's putting the rest of the crew at risk, and he's not doing his job. So I don't know what the fella did about it. But I guess that's the kind of thing that happened.
Did you know of anyone that served near you that was pulled from their duty because they just couldn't perform?
Yeah, I knew one fella. Yeah, that he was a great guy and loved to have him around until he got so upset about these missions that he'd see his name with his crew on a mission the next day, and he not only couldn't sleep that night, but he would bug the rest of us about how can you guys be so relaxed, and how can you handle this? And it wasn't long until he wasn't around anymore. So I think they probably sent him back to the States or something because he just wasn't handling it.
Would you say that was the exception at that point in time?
Yeah, it was. That's the only guy I know of. Of course, there may have been others in other squadrons, but you pretty well knew the guys in your own squadron.